What's up, guys? We're going to be doing a walkthrough for a driver career on F1 2021. This is something I'm just going to do for right now, just to kind of keep stuff on the channel until I get racing again in real life. You can see this is the R&D chart for where we are sitting right now. I'm doing the AlphaTauri. I did do the F2 season. It's pretty buggy, so that's why I didn't record none of it. Just to see what we got going on here, just to get the extra claim for joining the Honda Red Bull team. So we'll see what we got going on here, kind of show you what I'll be doing commentary and all this, and I'll kind of show you what how this goes through here and see what we can do. First race will be at the Bahrain Grand Prix. The next ones you can kind of see on the bottom there, 16 race season, ended up in Saudi Arabia and Jeddah. So once we get going here, I'll kind of walk you through everything. For some reason I only recorded Q3 in this, so you can kind of see here what's going on here. This is the start of the first run in Q3. I am doing full qualifying in this career mode, so we just have the Q3. This lap is the beginning of the first run in Q2 or Q3. I'm just going to show you what we got going on here. Going towards the turn one here, this is usually the first lap I usually do is just a banker. This is on, I'm pretty sure was on an old set or scrub set of sauce, so that way I didn't waste any set for it. Going up towards the end of the lap here to kind of see what we got for a lap time. I'm pretty sure it's in the 130s, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Carlin had a 129.05. So if you kind of see here, this is where it puts me right now, right next to the teammate, Gasly. Just a fuzz, it looks like 4/10 ahead of him. So we'll kind of see what we got going on here once we get back on the track here. Looks like Bottas is currently provisional pole at the 127s, Perez, and then Max in second and third here. So we'll get going on the next run here. We'll kind of see here, I'm just going to kind of show you highlights of this kind of qualifying. Let's see where we're at here. See how much I improved this lap here. See what I can get to. Basically, the main goal is here is to finish above Gasly the whole time. Just that way, you know, I'm considered the #1 driver. You see outside out of turn 1 already. I'm already 1.5 up going into turn 4. And then going down after turn 8 or 9, I believe. I can pick up on a couple tenths right here, so you can kind of see how much the second round of the new tires does here. Through the last couple turns, you kind of see like I have about half a second to 6/10. Move to the final turn here, turn 13 and 14, I believe. You kind of see what I got for a lap time, see where it puts us. I usually like to go out in the last one of the queue for the last run, just so I know roughly when I'm shooting for across line where I'm going to be aiming. Looks like I am going to be up about 7/10 across the line. We'll see where that puts us. I think my forward is at P4, so we'll see where that puts us on the grid here for the race. It looks like it puts us P4, Bottas provisional pole, and 2 Red Bulls ahead of us. So let's see if we can't keep this pace up in the race. We'll get started here very shortly. So this will be in replay mode, so you can kind of see what I'm above here. So it's the lights out. We're going to go ahead and see Bottas doing the first race. We'll start off the line here. McLaren's jockeying for position behind him. To see where we're at coming into turn 1 here. Looks like the Ferrari tries to get a dive bomb on everybody. And the Ferraris look like they're trying to get some spots. They also picked up a couple spots in this cut too. Let's see going down to turn 3 here, see where everybody ends up. It's like Sainz looks like he's trying to make a move on the inside of a stack. I don't know who makes it by him. Looks like he's trying to look better on the outside. Gasly looks like he's trying to keep up too as well here. So we'll see where we get to once we get further down the road here. Looks like the Red Bull gets away nice and easy. McLaren's on for P10, Alonso and Vettel. Russell in P11. A bit of a lockup there for one of the McLaren's. No DRS in first lap, so we'll see what we can do here before that happens. Also, we're looking to the inside. Looks like he does. And we are just like chase down Gasly here, see if we can't make up some spots. We started on the sauce, trying to see if we can get a two-stop work here. I don't know what everybody else is going to do. Into the final turn, Gasly has half a second lead on us, looks like. And looks like everyone's just kind of settling in, so we can get to the finish here. Run through here, see where we're at. And the Red Bull leading from Bottas in second, and then Matt Carlin in third. Now I did record this way ahead of when I actually am doing the audio, so I'm trying to remember this as I'm going. So I'm just kind of going the recording as we go here. We got the two F cars and Gasly, we have McLaren and Fernando Alonso in the Alpine there, so we'll see what we got here once we get to the after turn 9. Let's see if we can't stay ahead of the McLaren. Just kind of following Gasly around just to do some pace down. So at this point in the race, I just planned on trying to save the tires as much as I could, just kind of follow the line. Try to keep the McLarens behind us, try to see what I can do for a pit stop. I'm just trying not to lose the total of Gasly right now, just to try to stay up with him. As we get up to lap 3 here, try to get within that 1 second of him, just so that way I get DRS, try to hopefully pass him in the next lap. Doesn't come down from straight from see what we got going on here. I see Hamilton moving up to the field. He did start towards the back. I think he started P15 or P16, something like that. So he was up higher. I think this next corner, if I'm all right, we're starting to get into the DRS stuff. So we'll see what we got here, see if we can't get by him. At least gain up on him a little bit. The downside is, though, with us having DRS, that means Ricardo had DRS as well, so I was trying to get out of his DRS range, but it didn't work too well, because basically at Bahrain, once you start a DRS train, if you're all close, it's going to be a DRS train the whole time, so just try not to lose it, or try not to lose the car in front of you so you don't get susceptible. You kind of see here, I believe Lewis got past Ocon, so he was trying to take the steering wheel. Going up to the next DRS straight down the back stretch. I think we lost him going through turn 10, because turn 10 was actually my worst turn the whole track this race when I was doing this. Just kind of see where we're at here. I think, if I remember right, I did catch DRS once I got to the next straight, but I did get back into the second. I did start having the battery, so I was trying to catch up there. So we'll see what we got in the next turn, see if I can get past him. I think I can get us enough to get close enough to him to try to make a move. I don't think it's the case. Max is up trying to keep up with Leclerc. And I don't believe I'm going to move on guys at this lap. I'm trying to get close, and I did miss the braking point turn point in that turn. So I did lose. All the time I gained, I lost it right away. See if I can't catch up some time here on. That being said, I believe the pit window was a 2-stop. The first one was supposed to be on lap 9 or 8, and the second one was supposed to go all the way until like lap 21. So just try to see what I can do here. Just try to control my pace some. Try to see some of these guys I move around some. Lewis was up here trying to make move on Stroll. Let's see what we can't do coming on the next couple turns, since we can't get up past it. And Norris is also trying to keep up with the car. So I'm the front half up to Norris is basically one big DRS train. Front 3 kind of get away some, but other than that, I just wanted a DRS train after that. And just try to get break away from it was the difficult part of this track, which it always is typically. Usually the second half of field 2 does usually do one stop and give them cards. So if you do start top 10 stop, you pretty much still have 2 stop. And 1 stop is really overpowering on this track. by itself anyway. So, looks like Bottas is just trying to get to Perez. I don't know if he actually gets by him or not. Let's look to the outside. I don't know if he's going to get by him. We'll get DRS the next straight, but I don't know if that's going to make a difference. And I think I also did try to make a move on Gasly as well, which looks like I did clear him. Give him a good old squeeze out there, that way I know I got it for sure. And I just sights on signs trying to get past him here. Looks like Lewis Hamilton to get by Stroll. The next car for him to get by was Russell, so that was his next move to try to get by him. I do believe he caught up to how made it. Let's see if he makes it on Russell this turn. Looks like he didn't. Looks like Alonso did lose this spot to Vettel on the last turn too, so just trying to keep it clean, trying to make the next pit stop so we can do here. They also was vulnerable to the McLarens after I got by them, because those McLarens did have a lot of straight line speed compared to us. I think Gasly did end up losing out to both of them by the next year or so. Going back to our POV now again, I think we got out enough to where the car did lose our slipstream somebody. He did catch DRS, so it did allow him to catch right back up to us. Let's see what we can do here going to the third sector here, try to create a gap. Those top four are within a second of each other, and Russell trying to get past, Hamilton trying to get past Russell, and it didn't work too well for him either, so Gasly did lose 2 spots, me and to Ricardo, so hopefully he can keep up here. I'm trying to see if he can get double points this race. I'm going down the next straight, see what we can do here for see if we can make any moves happen. I'm still trying to catch the DRS ahead, it looks like Norris lost it down the first straight here, so that's a big hurt to McLaren here in the fight for constructors. The Norris will have to be starting on the back foot this season. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it did cause a safety car, so that did cause a lot of people to come in. That changed a lot of strategies up with safety cars out. So, you guys see here, all the guys stopping for tires. It looks like everybody. Ooh, the Red Bull is double stacked, so that did hurt the second one some. It did hurt the Staffen some. The rest of the guys are here putting on medium tires, trying to get as long as they can. Try to make it at least lap, 14, 15, and try to do either a second stint on mediums or maybe get on soft. So let's see what these guys can do here when everybody comes out. With that though, Hamilton does jump from P13 to P1, and he will lead after the safety comes up. So that does help Hamilton a lot, trying to get past some people here. So let's see what we can do here. The safety car, I believe, goes in this lap. So on the restart, it'll be Hamilton from Stroll to Ocon, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Bottas, Schumacher, Perez, Leclerc, and Mazepin in the top 10. I believe we came out in P12, so we do have to gain some spots from the guys that are pitting still. See if we can't make up some spots here, see if we can't get a decent points finish. So on the restart, Hamilton does take off right after the last turn, I believe. Yep, he does. So let's see what happens down the main straight here. See if Stroll can make a move. We do have some battles going on towards the back there. Looks like Perez tries to get past Schumacher. There's some other battles going on in the back. We have a wing that got lost too. I think that was Vettel, potentially. That's a battle. We got up to P9 on the start too. That's a heck of a start for us. So Ricardo makes a big dive down the inside, moves up 3 spots, I think, to P12. And then this is a ride on board with Vettel. Oh, he hits the back of Gasly, so he does lose his full front wing. So we'll have to make another stop here. It looks like a good stop is off already. So we'll have to stop again anyways. So as we keep going here, like I said, we move from P12 to P9, so let's see if we can't get moving here. Try to hold off Leclerc a little bit, keep him behind us. Perez up to P7, so he does pick up a spot. Schumacher drops a little bit. That's our next move, try to catch Schumacher. Try to keep Leclerc behind us too as much as we can. obviously we can't make something happen. We don't have DRS for 2 laps, so we do have to try to make all these moves by straight pace alone, pushing the fresh off medium tires. The tires do wear off pretty quick, so that was the goal, to try to get as far as we could before they started wearing off. And originally my plan was to pit on lap 18, I think, for another set of mediums, but I think on this I end up stretching it to like lap 21 to put on soft, see if I can get a quicker tire at the end to see what I can do here. Bottas is stuck in a trying to slow the car, so let's see if he can't make some moves here on this next straightaway. I believe he does make moves. Let's see what we got here. He does make moves to the inside. I think Max actually Perez does make one on the outside. He takes a triple overtake on that there. He goes past all those guys on the outside. I didn't see that the first time I went through this. It looks like Giovinazzi goes in the pits. And so does Schumacher. So I don't know if it's a schedule or if it's if it was done on purpose, or if there's an unscheduled stop. But we have some battles going down the straightaway here. It looks like a scheduled stop by mediums for Giovinazzi, mediums for Schumacher, and Bell's coming to get his wing changed. So it's a big hurt for those 3 guys here on the restart. I don't know why they didn't come into their safety car. And Hamilton has a 2.5 second lead now on Stroll, so that does help him out a lot. We are trying to battle Latifi here. We do get past him. Looks like we got to P6, so now we're just trying to chase after the couple guys ahead that have not pitted. The goal for this was to finish behind the Mercedes and the Red Bull. Because on a straight pace line, I don't think we would beat them without too luck on our side. Now, if we get my goal here after I got past Latifi was to get ahead of the corner enough so we got a DRS by the time we had it active the next lap. So coming on the next DRS straight. On lap 10, I think Control does get past them. I'm not 100%. But it looks like the line there. Control does not make it past him on that turn. Let's see here. Can Perez make something happen on Ocon this next straight here? Try to get to P3. I'm not sure if he does, but we'll take a look here. Maybe he can get by him and stretch out, get as close to Hamilton as possible. Looks like he does get alongside him when we get past him in the next turn. I think he does, to be honest. I think he has the overspin on the outside, but he is on a soft tire, so he has the extra pace. While that's happening, Max takes a dive between the 3 of those guys, trying to make him happen. He goes from P9 to P7 on one corner. That was kind of a cheeky dive bomb by him, but he did make a move. Try to catch up to us, and he is 3.5 seconds behind us, but he is on the soft, so we're on the mediums. So it looks like a couple guys are jockeying for position up ahead. I think Bottas does get by Ocon, so now it's Red Bull. Nope, he does not. But it is Mercedes, Aston, and Red Bull top 3 right now the way we sit. I'm going on to lap 11 here. I think DRS was active this lap, so we are moving here pretty quick. So we got here moving forward here. I was kind of happy that Ocon was backing Bottas up, so I was going to try to get by both of them. I didn't have the pace to beat the straight line speed of Mercedes, so the goal was just try to get as close as possible and either try to stay in his DRS as long as possible or just try to get by with him up so try to get as much points as I can. Bottas does look like he tries to look around the outside, doesn't get anywhere, but he does a switchback, try to cut around him. It didn't work, so we go back here. Looks like Gasly does get past Latifi, so Gasly's up to P11 now. And Bottas, I think, looks to move for the inside of Ocon. He got by him before this, which is going to give Ocon DRS, but I think Mercedes has enough straight line speed to stay in front of him. And here we are then going on to lap 12. Just kind of going around down to the field here to see what's going on. I think I tried to go for a pass on Ocon here, just try to get by him as Valtteri does come up here. I get on the inside, I think I need to get by him past the turn. I think Max takes the opportunity to get alongside of him as well, so that's pretty good. Ocon does put him up a little bit, so this might give us a chance to get away here a little bit. Try to push the issue, try to get away from these 2 drivers behind me. I think Max does go on the outside. He'll stay pretty clean with the soft tires. He does have a little bit more pace compared to everybody else around him. Stroll is still ahead of Valtteri and myself, so he is looking to just try to keep those mediums on the car as long as he can, keep skid starting. to the end of lap 12. We were trying to hold off. Ocon looks like he's trying to hold off Leclerc, and he is staying inside. Leclerc goes around the outside of Ocon. Ocon has much older tires. It looks like Ricardo is going to try to follow him through, and it does with DRS. So, pretty good racing here all the way through the field. Lots of good battles here. Trying to go to the end of turn 1, see who's where. And lock up the mess ahead of him. Looks like Max might try to get past this. I didn't catch on the video, but it looks like Max does try to get past Stroll and does. We're on the outside there. That does try to leave. I think I do try to get past them here in the next couple of straights. Just that way I try to get as much gap as I can, because I will have to make another stop just like Stroll, but I do want to stay in front of them. So that way I can try to limit the damage limitation here on this couple laps. So I believe the way that my pit strategy was to pit on lap 18 on the medium, so I think I did try to stretch him, but I don't remember how far I did. So we'll see how far we go, and we'll go from there. Moving ahead to the end of lap 13, we are trying to chase down Stroll, trying to get by him here before he pits. I think I do get close enough. I think he dives into the pits in the next lap, so I just try to stay in his DRS and try to put a gap on the guys behind me. Try to stay out of Ricardo's DRS zone so he cannot use it against me down the road. And I do think up front Hamilton does go in, so does Stroll, Russell. Let's see where we're at here when we come out of the pits. Hamilton is down in 11th. Ocon comes in. Both Alfa Romeo and Hawk. So the next lap here on lap 14, we're on 15, Perez pits. So he does put on the hardest to drive it to the end. And then we're kind of looking at Gasly here back at me, so he was back up at the top 10 after his stop. We have a battle Alonso trying to get past Russell here, and vice versa. I don't know which way it was. And Hamilton trying to take advantage of the situation on those new hard tires. So Hamilton with the straight line speed that the Mercedes has does take advantage and does go by Alonso on the outside with Alonso not having DRS. So a lot of good battling on the back. Let's see how far Lewis Hamilton can make it back up to the field, because I think he was in P1 or P2 before the pit stop, so we'll see how far he makes it. Coming around here the next time, Max actually had a penalty because Stroll did DNF a lap or two before for passing. Max came to the pits and actually had a 5-second penalty on that stop, so he does make a stop. He can lose 5 seconds from that. We have Valtteri Bottas in the lead, followed by ourselves, and Ricardo in third. So we're doing pretty good to stay in the top 3 right now. See what we can do here in the future as we try to get close to our pit stop, see if we can't build a gap for that. We're about 1 second ahead of Ricardo. We jumped to the end of the lap. He does get a little bit, he did catch DRS in that straight. We are trying to stay ahead of him enough to where when we pit, we don't lose too much time here, kind of holding up. And then coming into the pits here at the end, going on to lap 18. So 2 laps later, on our scheduled stop, Ricardo, Leclerc, and Gasly all come in. So I think right here is where I decided when I saw him dive into the pits or go on that side, I just tried to stay out and stretch the mediums as long as I could. So let's see what we actually do pit. Alonso pits as well, so these guys all stopping on their medium tires. So after that, we have Bottas in the lead, followed by ourselves, and Carlos Sainz. Hamilton is up to 4th now with where he's made it. And then we have Ricardo in 7th, Max Verstappen back up to 6th, and Perez in 5th. So that is how much of a gap we lost. I think it was about 5 seconds behind before the pit, now he's at 10, so we did lose 5 seconds altogether. Valtteri does come into the pits now, so he is making his second stop. So that'll put us into the lead. First Grand Prix in the F1 season, so it does give us a good standing so far. And then Carlos Sainz also comes in, so this is a decent gap. We have an 8-second lead to Hamilton after all this. Going down the road here, it does look like we have a battle for 10th or 11th, Fernando Alonso and George Russell. I do believe Alonso does get the position, and I think Russell does try to fight back. Coming down the straight, he does get alongside. Will he get the position? Looks like he will not. Alonso does keep it. So Alonso does get the spot back from Williams. Williams doing pretty good to be up in P12 on this. Latifi back in 16th. So they're ahead in the middle of the no points areas. Ricardo in P6. They come in and finish lap 19. We still stay out here. We're trying to keep that gap as much as we can. As soon as I saw the gap started up, and that's when I decided to pit. So I think I made it one more lap, and then I pit. So coming into lap 21, that's where actually we come in. And I decided to put the soft tires on instead of the mediums to see if I can't get a gap and try to catch up. Take advantage of the soft tires for the first 2 laps where they are good, and see what I can do here. So after everything shook out, we do come up to 8th place, about 4 seconds behind Sainz. So that was my goal, is to get P5 in this race. I don't know where I actually got, so I'll have to see here. And the 2 Alpines in the back fighting for the last points position. Ocon does keep it, but we get the next DRS, so I think Alonso might get past him here, which he does. So good battle by teammates here, not too bad. As we finish going through lap 21, these guys stay side by side all the way through sector 1 and to the end of sector, to the turn 9, I believe it is. So not too bad of a battle between these two. Alonso does keep the position. Going on to lap 20, or on the lap 23, going on to 24. Hamilton does lead, followed by Perez. He is trying to get within the 1 second, see if he can't get the lead. Bottas in 3rd, and then Max Verstappen in 4th, about 4 seconds behind Valtteri. So he did gain some time on Valtteri, but did not get close enough to actually make it work. Ricardo is 5th, Leclerc is 6th, and Sainz is 7th. We are still in 8th. We are 1.6 seconds behind Sainz, and Gasly is in P9. So we have a double points for AlphaTauri, which are doing pretty good than Alonso in P10. So as soon as we get to after this here, we do try to make a move on Sainz. We're on lap 25, so I think we are a lap farther ahead here. We do get past Leclerc, and we get past Sainz, so we are now we have 2 seconds behind Leclerc. See if we can catch him. Let's try to get P6 out of this. As we move forward here, we get a decent gap on our sides, so now our sights were set on Leclerc, which we have 2 seconds to catch in 4 laps. So going forward, we have Hamilton up in 1st. Still, he does have a 1.2 second gap. Going towards the end of lap 26 here, so let's see what we can do where they end up actually finishing. We come with 2 laps to go here, starting lap 28 of 29. We have Lewis Hamilton still leading, followed by Perez, Bottas, and Verstappen. Ricardo in 5th, Leclerc in 6th, and we are about a second behind Leclerc. So we did miss DRS this lap, so it would be another lap, or at least the straightaway before we do it. Sainz is barely keeping up with us with the DRS, and then Perez is about 9 seconds behind Sainz. So looks like he's stuck there, and he has a decent gap on Alonso. So P9 and 10 look like they're pretty well held, but where we are was going to be a fight. And just kind of show me the rest of the field where we sit right now, where they are sitting compared to us. So starting lap 29, Hamilton's still in. We are still in P7, just kind of going around through the field here, see where everybody is and where they are standing here. It's coming down the last turn. Hamilton does keep the lead, and he does actually win this, starting from P16. So that was a good start for Hamilton for this season. I believe Perez is 2nd, then Bottas in 3rd, Verstappen in 4th. Ricardo 5th, I believe it was Leclerc in 6th. We have P7, so we did not actually catch him before the end of this. So taking the soft tires did not help us with this at all as far as gambling. And Gasly ended up finishing P9, Alonso was P10. So, coming into the end of this, I'm going to go through the point standings here. This is the results page. You see here, that's the top 10. Then I just scroll through the rest to start to see where we are at as far as where everybody finished. And as far as the points go, you can see here, this is the driver standings. We are still in the top 10. We have 7 points. Gasly has 2, so we are ahead of the teammate, which is our goal. There's our ultimate rival to try to beat, so we'll see if we can move forward. And just kind of scroll through the rest so you can see who is where. As far as the 11th through 20, then I do pop over to show you the Constructor Standings. Our fight here for the majority of the season, I believe, will be with Ferrari and McLaren. goal would be to stay P5 in the constructors, but I would like to be maybe P4, just so that way we can try to move up in the standings some. So I will show you guys the constructor so you can see it. But hopefully you guys liked it. The next videos will be a little bit better edited. This is the first one, so I just kind of want to mess with it and kind of show you what's going on. If you guys do like this, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. And let me know what I can change, what you guys feel should be needed. Like I said, these are all pre-recorded. I'm about 10 races out as far as recorded. I just have to add the audio clips to them. So I will wait a couple days to do the audio for the second race to see what you guys want to see as far as how much of it. Do you want to see highlights? Do you want to see the whole thing? What do you want to see here? So that way we know we're going. All these videos I'm going to try to keep between 30 and 40 minutes. My goal will be ultimately 35 minutes. That way you're not watching a bunch. It will be the same kind of as far as layout, points in the end, stats in the beginning, stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.